Hi, and welcome to our very special online information and Q&A session here today for our MA in Primary Education with Teaching Qualification. My name is Amy. I am delighted to be here today, and I am joined as well with our Programme Director, Sarah Stevenson.
Good morning.
Good morning, and I am also joined with a current student on this excellent programme here, and that is Catherine. Hi, Catherine. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've got so much to talk about this fantastic programme, as well as answer some of our questions that have been sent in. So thank you everyone for doing that. We'll get to those very shortly. But for now, let's turn our attention to this programme and tell you a little bit more about what you can expect here at the University of Glasgow's School of Social and Environmental Sustainability. So very quickly, just a little overview of our campus here. We are located in southwest Scotland. We're about 75 miles from the city of Glasgow itself, and sustainability is at the heart of learning, teaching, research, pretty much everything that we do here, whether that's environmental sustainability, so we're looking at things like climate change or the natural world, or social sustainability, we're looking at our society, our future generations, how things work in our society as well. So really, it's very core to everything that we do here across our 4 subject areas in education, in environmental science and sustainability, in global sustainable development, and as well in tourism also. We have staff and students from across the UK and around the world, typically from more than 40 countries represented on campus every single year here. And we have our surroundings, which we like to call the living laboratory of Dumfries and Galloway. So plenty of opportunity to get out and about, whether that's on placement at schools across the region. We're the 3rd largest region in Scotland. So there's plenty of opportunity for you to try lots of different types of schools and different placement opportunities, as well as our teaching garden, for example, that's right on campus, then you can use for things like developing those outdoor skills, those like forest school skills as well. We have smaller class sizes here in Dumfries by design. It's really important to us that you get plenty of time to have one-on-one interactions with your lecturers, with your tutors, but also your classmates as well. You know, have those deeper conversations, really have the time and the space to dive into those topics that we're learning about. And we're a really close-knit community here in Dumfries. Dumfries itself, the town has a population of around 40,000, and we have accommodation options within the town centre and really close to campus as well. We have our student hub and our postgraduate hub here on campus as well, as our IT lab and facilities and study spaces also. We have our free gym and sports facilities. The gym is completely free, as well as all the classes and the clubs that you can join, all free for our students. We have our library on campus and in Glasgow as well. We have our GUDU Student Union, that's the Glasgow University Dumfries Union, who plan all of our wonderful social events, fun things to get up to throughout the academic year. And we have excellent transport links across the UK as well. So from here, you can pretty much go wherever you want to go, whether it's south to Carlisle and into England, you want to go north to Glasgow or Edinburgh and further north even still, lots of opportunities for you there. So enough from me. We're desperate to hear about this programme, so I'm going to hand over to you, Sarah, to tell you a little bit more about education and the MA Primary Education with Teaching Qualification programme here at our campus.
Thank you, Amy. And I'm joining you today from our simulated teaching classroom, which we're very proud of here on campus. And as you can probably see behind me, we've got lots of facilities that will allow you to get all those hands-on skills for the classroom. So I am part of the education team. As Amy had mentioned before, there are 4 subject areas, 4 teams, if you like, in the university here in Dumfries. Environmental, sustainable development, tourism, and then ourselves in education. And I wonder if Amy could give me a little hand. Thank you. It's not slides moving on there. So we are a team, a very diverse team with lots of expertise. You will come across all members of our team throughout your 4 years here on the course. For example, just to highlight a few of the team members and their expertise, we have Dr. Michelle Vincent. She is our subject lead, so she heads up our education team. She is our lecturer in languages, so when you join us in MAPE 1, MAPE, when I'm referring to MAPE, I mean in the MA Primary Education course, of course. I'll shorten that to MAPE throughout my part of this presentation. So Michelle delivers French or Spanish and in alternate years. If you're joining us in August, September this year, you will be doing French this coming year. For numeracy, we have Dr. Elizabeth Foley. Our literacy is covered by Dr. Emily Oxley and also Dr. Gary Wong. I support all of the placement practice sessions that you will have across the 4 years, and leadership in education as well, and a brand new course in learning for sustainability that is coming online as an elective in 3rd year this coming session. In terms of health and wellbeing, we've got Anne Murphy. She is our resident PE specialist and very much leads the way across the programme for us. And then we've got Dr. Anna Beck and Professor Lundy, who are very much embedded in research and policy. And then not forgetting our wonderful Heather Walker, our team administrator. And then just another couple of members to introduce you to. We've got Dr. Shirazi, and she is our STEM specialist. So you will, across the years, get an opportunity to experiment with all sorts of STEM resources that are used daily in the classroom. And then we have 2 associate tutors, that's Patricia O'Neill and Margaret Muirhead, and they support us with placement visits. When you're out on placement, you'll have a dedicated tutor to liaise with. So that, in a nutshell, is our teaching team, and we're all excited to meet you when you join us. So the School of Social and Environmental Sustainability has a number of research networks, and they really are at the forefront of their respective fields and expertise. So obviously we have our own one, which is education, language, policy and equity. Within that, our team are really leading experts in research, and a number of projects, for example, that have been completed over the last couple of years related to citizenship in the curriculum, teaching for digital citizenship, personal liberty, mutual respect and tolerance. So all of these are really important elements of the classroom, but also to put some of this research into context in our local rural environment that we have here, and thinking globally as well. So lots of expertise within our team who are conducting not just these projects listed, but a huge number of research projects between us. So lots and lots of expertise. So this slide just gives you an overview of the different programs that are available related to education. Obviously, the one that you are coming to us for is our MA in primary education. I wanted to just take a moment and explain the core subjects that make up the different years across the 4 years. Okay, so on the left-hand side, in MAPE 1 and MAPE 2, we have professional practice and education. In fact, that actually runs across all 4 of the years that you're with us. That's the course that I run, and it really gives you those skills that you need for the classroom, things like lesson planning, classroom management, all about the curriculum, so all the different strategies that you might need when you're actually teaching, lots of pedagogy and practical examples. Then in years 1 and 2, you also do literacy and numeracy and mathematics. Your modern languages are taken over 2 years as well. As I say, for the coming year, it will be French. However, when you get into MAPE 2, you are able to also take the alternate language as an elective if you wish to do so. So you have the opportunity to cover both French and Spanish across years 1 and 2. You have language, policy and pedagogy, which is related to modern languages, about how do you actually implement teaching modern languages in the classroom, and also child development. In years 3 and 4, the focus turns to again, continuing with your professional practice, ASM, which is additional support needs, research methods in year 3, which sets you up for your dissertation in year 4, curriculum and assessment, sociology of education, and professionalism and leadership. You'll notice I've also put little stars at the bottom there. There are electives that you will choose in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd year. 4th year concentrates really on dissertation, sociology of education, professionalism, leadership, and your placement. It is worth noting that our course is accredited by the General Teaching Council for Scotland, and all of our placements, which we'll probably touch on a little bit later, are exclusively in Dumfries and Galloway. So we only work with Dumfries and Galloway Council for your placement. And one of the reasons for that is we've built up a very, very close relationship with them over the years. And we have a lot of support and input from teaching fellows who come and give lectures on particular current practice in the classrooms. They come out and help support on placements. They will act as an extra layer of what's the word? I suppose support just in general for you throughout your course, and in particular in the 3rd year, you'll get to know the teaching fellows very well. So we have a very, very good relationship with Dumfries and Galloway Council, and as I say, the placements are exclusively within the region.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm going to jump in here. We just wanted a little shout out of our student stories as well, just to wrap up this wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. So just a little shout out, to be honest, about our student stories. We have a lot of student stories on our website from current students and graduates from the MA Primary Education with Teaching Qualification programme. So you can head online. You can also go to Dumfries campus website, so glasgow.ac.uk/Dumfries, and find out lots more. We also have some stories from Ailey and Meg, who actually went on a placement abroad, a study abroad kind of opportunity that we have here at the university. So they went to do a teaching experience in Germany over a couple of years, and I mean, had an amazing time. They tell their story really well on our website, so I would encourage you to head on over there and have a little look-see to see what they're saying about things and their experience on our program as well. But I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Sarah, for that wonderful presentation and telling us a little bit more about this really exciting program. It's so important, you know. We're preparing our students, you know, to be future teachers, and I always like when we talk about, you know, we always ask motivations, you know, like why this program, why a teacher, why do you want to do this? And it's so important to me to hear all those reasons from our students, especially ones who are saying, you know, they've always had that inspirational teacher. Everyone's had an inspirational teacher. Absolutely. I mean, everyone can remember a teacher who's impacted their lives in some way when they were in school, and you know, to then have this, you know, new, you know, interest in becoming a teacher themselves, you know, is so special. So, and
I think that's really what inspired me into the profession, was just having that one teacher that believed in me, and you know, and then in time, I came to teaching slightly later on, but in time I realised that that's exactly what I wanted to do. And between then and now, I've been a classroom teacher, I've been a head teacher, I've worked at the General Teaching Council for Scotland, and then come full circle, I used to be a teaching fellow here when I worked in schools, you know, so there's lots of opportunities with your teaching qualification to you know, to branch off at different points in your journey, but you're still inherently always going to be a teacher inside, you know, no matter what.
Oh yeah, it doesn't go away, does it? No, it's always there. Oh, well, speaking of our world's future teachers, I am delighted to welcome Catherine, who is a current student. Hi, Catherine. Thank you so much for joining us today. You are, of course, a current student on this program, the Primary Education with Teaching Qualification program. You're in first year, yes? So still brand new, still, you know, finding out everything, which is so exciting. I'm so excited for you as well. We have some questions to get through also. I wondered if, very quickly, Catherine, would you mind just introducing yourself, just telling us a little bit about your experience so far?
Yeah, so I've had a great time so far. I picked this uni specifically because it was hands-on. So that's a great thing about this course is you get to do what you're going to be teaching as well as learning the reasoning behind it. And also you get placement every year, which is something that not every school offers. So that's something I'm really excited for. It's coming up soon.
Yeah, it's coming up soon, isn't it? Your placement. Oh my goodness, so exciting. Oh well, I think this first question then is ideal, not just for everyone watching, but for you as well, because it is, how can I best prepare for placement? Do you have any advice? Sarah, I'm going to come over to you first. What's your top tips for preparing for placement?
So I think really making the most of the placement preparation classes that we have, and in first and second year those stretch all year, so it's both semesters, and you have lots of opportunity to experience a wide range of curricular areas, experience at lesson planning, navigating your way through the curriculum documents, all that sort of thing throughout the year. So I think being ready to engage in those lessons and let your creative thinking come out. But also when you're thinking about placement, when you get to know where you're going, just before placement, it's always a really good idea to engage with the school, try and get a little visit in, get to know the class, so that first day isn't really, you're not really nervous because you've got that bit out of the way, you know, and you can concentrate on building relationships with the children, and with your school mentor. You'll always work alongside a classroom teacher. You'll never be left on your own with the class. There's always somebody there, you know. You've always got a wingman to you know, keep you right, and you know, you develop so much across the 4 years. It's incredible, you know, and your confidence grows, as Catherine's about to find out, aren't you, Catherine?
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, Catherine, what have you been up to? I know it's coming up really soon, so I don't want to freak you out by asking you lots of questions about it, but what have you been doing to prepare for placement?
At the minute, I've just been reflecting on what we've learned so far and lesson plans we've done, because not only do you do it in PP, but maths, literacy, you get to do practice lessons. So that's been really helpful. So just looking over them and then making contact with the school. So hopefully it's worth it.
Sounds like you're doing everything right.
we always find when students come back in second year in September, and one of the first things that I do in the class in second year is like, right, okay, let's do that reflective piece about, you know, and it what's lovely is everybody realize that the penny drops when you're on placement of all the things that you've done all year. You know, it sort of all falls into place then, and to be able to look back on that and know in yourself what you need to work on next time. And, you know, and I think that's really important, is being able to identify that and be resilient enough to keep going and keep trying and keep improving your practice. So that's really important.
It's a really good point, actually. Yeah, is it's your first ever placement. You know, well, I think the temptation to put a lot of pressure on yourself to be the perfect teacher straight away is, you know, quite a common thing to do. Where actually the whole point of placement is to make a couple of mistakes and to see how you need to learn and where maybe you need to focus a little bit more on. Or, you know, you're never going to be the perfect teacher, especially not in your first placement. So relieving that pressure a little bit off yourself, or trying to, at least, I think.
As Catherine will know, my mantra is it's progress, not perfection.
Love that. You know? Progress, not perfection. That's going to be my mantra for now. I love that. Thank you both so much. We have another question here. And Catherine, I'm going to come to you for this one. Is there university accommodation available? What would you recommend? So just to say, first of all, yes, absolutely. Of course there is. It's University of Glasgow. We have 3 accommodation options for you here in Dumfries. We have Dumfries Halls, which is the closest one to campus. We have Brook House, which is right in the town centre. You know, you can get the bus, you can walk. It's really close to campus still. And then we've got Laurie Now as well, which is a little bit further out, still in the town centre. And you still, you know, get a bus to campus as well. But 3 options there. Now, Catherine, I I believe that you live in a university accommodation. Is that correct?
Yep.
Awesome. You don't have to tell us which one you're in, but what one would you recommend?
Definitely the Dumfries Schools one, just because you're literally at the bottom of campus. So it's only a 10-minute walk into campus and you're there.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than trying to figure out buses and things when you've got lectures at 9 a.m. It's just not. I've tried to do it before and it's not for me. But I'm quite happy because it's a little bit of a walk into town, but it's a lovely walk. So it's really nice. And there's buses every hour. So, and
Perfect.
when you've got the postcode here, you get the Young Scot card, so free bus travel.
Free bus, yes. Under 22 years old, and you get free bus pass.
Mm-hmm.
Get on the buses for free, which is amazing. So love that. Well, thank you so much.
Nearby as well.
Sorry, say that again.
There's a beach nearby. It's only an hour.
There is the beach.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it's perfect. There's the beach nearby. There's the forest. There's the park. There's the farms as well, which is really fun to visit sometimes as well.
They've got little cows you can visit.
Yes, there is. Yeah. Well, that's great. This bus pass could take you everywhere then. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. We have another question here, and that is, what support is there for careers and finding a job? So I'll jump in first if that's okay, guys. Just because we have so much on offers. So we have, obviously, the University of Glasgow has a full suite of resources, of networks, and opportunities online on our web pages and on our internal pages as well for job searching skills, things like your CV or your LinkedIn, and those kind of general, very transferable job searching skills. We also at the college level, so we're part of the College of Social Sciences, and we have a whole suite of employability opportunities, things that could be really, really important for future teachers, for example, like public speaking or presentation skills. We have mini courses on them that you can take as well. And then at school level, we have events on all the time. We have our advisors who are here who can help you as well. Your student advisor, for example, is they've been through it. They can help you a little bit when it comes to selecting your electives or helping kind of guide your pathways as well. And then just a little shout out also, we actually have bespoke careers web pages on our website, so glasgow.ac.uk/schools/SES/undergraduate/careers. It's on the bottom of the screen right now. That is a wonderful web page you can go to. Every one of our programs has this. It's got examples of expected salaries, or how to get into the jobs, how to best find jobs in these different areas, but also some options as well. I mean, Sarah, we touched on this a little briefly a minute ago, but there's so many opportunity. I mean, look what you've done, in your career. There's so many opportunities to branch out, to try different things. So we wanted to really highlight them on these web pages as well, just so people can really go in eyes open, see all the opportunities.
And I think as well, it's important to realize that when you have a teaching qualification, if your personal circumstances allow, if you want to take a little time out and go abroad with that teaching qualification, for example, and we've got a student that finished last year is in Qatar teaching at the moment. So there's lots and lots of possibilities once you have that end of the 4 years and you get your teaching qualification there. But also I think teaching it's not just linear. You don't just have to stick within schools. There are different sorts of schools. There's always opportunities as you get further into your career. Come up with Education Scotland for secondments that you can go and try, but none of these are available to you unless you've gone through that getting the degree in education and in the first place. So a huge amount of possibilities, and who knows, we're sitting here, who knows what else will be available in 4 years, 5 years time, by the time Catherine finishes.
Oh my goodness.
And I think as well, what's really good about our 4th year in particular, largely because I've come from practice and I had that GTC experience, but I really make sure I prepare you for probation in 4th year, and probation is something that you are entitled to a probationary year in Scotland. It works slightly different in England and other countries, but in Scotland you will be guaranteed a year's placement in a school. It's a paid placement, which is even better. But that's where you finish off your teaching qualification as such. So we get you to that 4-year point, and then everybody, no matter which route you're coming in, still has to do that 1-year probation. And that's a really good offer that the Scottish government make available to all students in Scotland who are teaching education. It is something very unique to Scotland. And I think it's really important to celebrate that you have that opportunity to do that. So, and there's nothing like having your class in your probation year. I think it's a bit like getting in the car when you've passed your driving test.
Yeah.
And it's that first time you're driving alone and nobody's really telling you what to do. That's when you really, really develop everything that you've learned for that 4 years goes into your probation time. So I will really guide you through probation, different career options, everything when it gets to 4th year.
Yeah, amazing. Well, Catherine, you've got all that to come. How exciting. It feels a long way away yet, but
it's quick coming round.
It's going to be all flying, I promise you. Well, I think we have time for just one more question. And that is here, could I visit the campus before I start my program? Absolutely, you can visit anytime. It's not a problem. We're always open all throughout the summer as well. I mean, if you do want to come for a visit, we've got a wonderful team of student ambassadors, just like Catherine here, who can meet with you, can tell you about, their experiences, answer any questions you might have, give you a tour of the campus, the facilities as well. And of course, myself, Sarah, if the team are around, we're always ready for a chat, aren't we?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Always up for a chat.
Yeah.
So you're more than welcome to come and visit. You can head over to our website, glasgow.ac.uk/Dumfries, and take a little look there and book a campus tour. You can book a group one, a private one, just find out a little bit more as well. We also have our 360 virtual reality tours of the campus. So if you can't quite get to us in person, you're not going to miss out. Don't worry. You can get a 360 virtual tour of the campus and also of our simulated classroom where Sarah is currently sitting. We have a 360 virtual reality tour of that with a current class, like in the class, you get to join them in with them. So definitely check out our website for sure. And just a quick shout out as well. We do have another opportunity to come and stay on campus, and that is our summer residential. We hold this every year. This year it's on the 14th to the 16th of May. That's here in Dumfries. It's exclusively for offer holders. So if you have an offer for this program or any of our undergraduate ones at the Dumfries campus, you don't have to have accepted it. You can still be making your mind up. This could help you make your decision. It can be conditional, unconditional. As long as you have an offer in some form, you are more than welcome to apply to come to our summer residential. It's completely free. So we pay for accommodation, we pay for your meals, we pay for all your, your travel on the day. All you need to worry about is getting to and from the actual summer residential itself on the 14th and the 16th. We cover everything else. If you want more information, you can just head over to glasgow.ac.uk/schools/SES/residential to find out a little bit more. All the information is there, timings, rough schedule, what you'll get up to. But it's a great chance to, meet potential future classmates, to meet your lecturers, get settled in a little bit to campus life. We do some really fun social things with our union and with our student ambassadors. We do some little field trips as well. It's a really, really nice kind of
come and do some outdoor learning with me. I'll be doing that.
Outdoor learning, definitely. There's something for everyone, which is really, really nice. So I would highly recommend.
It's good fun.
Really good fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, head over to our website. You can find out a little bit more. I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. Thank you both so much for joining us. Catherine, I wondered, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, just from a student perspective, if you had a little bit of advice for anyone considering this program, or has maybe already applied, or maybe already has an offer, but anyone considering, taking the route that you've taken, what advice or top tips would you say to them?
I'd say if you can, definitely come and visit the campus, because it will just make you fall in love with the course even more. It's amazing. The class sizes are just amazing. Like, you can't get it anywhere else, and it's such a better learning environment, and it helps so much. And definitely check out the student stories, because that's something that I looked at that just inspired me a bit. And I was like, no, this is the uni for me.
I love that. Excellent. Okay, student stories, come visit the campus. Perfect. That is ideal advice. Well, Catherine, thank you so much for joining us. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us as well. I'm sure this has been helpful for everyone. If you have any questions, just head over to our website, glasgow.ac.uk/Dumfries. We are here to answer your questions whenever you need some support or any answers at all. Just reach out. We're here. But yeah, we'll say thank you very much. We'll say bye for now, and we very much hope to see you on campus at some point in the future. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.